Hi, my name's Alison and I'm going to show you how to make a spring bunny in a pot, which is basically just a good old-fashioned pom-pom that's been fluffed up with a little pom-pom bottom, some feet felt into an old pot of daffodils with a little bit of moss around the edge. Very simple to do. Let's crack on. I'll show you what I used to make it. First of all, just want to put him there so that you can see him. Think he'll behave? Maybe. Right. You will need a selection of wool. Depends what colour bunny you want to do. Today I am using grey. You will need a little pot with some cut down daffs or whatever. I tell you what worked really, really well. I did for a friend. I used primroses where the flowers had gone, and you've got those lovely crinkly cabbagey sort of leaves. They are perfect for this. But equally you could just have a little like a little pansy in there and have him leaning over the edge into the pansies. Okay, let's get that out of the way. You'll need glue. With the glue, this is fabric glue I'm using, and a little earbuddy thing. That's a handy little dabber. Let's put that over there. This is a brush for combing a cat. I have to say this is a brand new one. I haven't used this on my cat Neil. This is all wool on here because that helps to fluff up the pom-pom. You'll need little pom-poms for the bottoms. A selection, it depends what colours you're using. I just got some old scraps of felt. This is one of my old jumpers which I washed wrong, too hot a wash, but you know what, I'm going to upcycle it. This is a bit of foam. You will need something, you'll need a glue gun, you'll need a pair of scissors. You will either need a pom-pom maker. These are the new pom-pom makers which I show you. Oh my word, are they good or what? There's one design. Here's the next one. Now they've got bumps. Hold on, yes, the bumps stick into the little holes like that. The same sort of principle, like there, like that, or like that. These are the ones I've used. Either you'll need a pom-pom maker or you'll be using the old-fashioned cardboard way. Nothing wrong with old-fashioned. Sorry, this table is absolutely covered in bits of soil from these pots. Instead of using the plastic pom-pom makers, you can draw around with your pen a larger circle and then fit inside a smaller circle. I use the top of mine. Look, more soil. And then you can cut that out. Now to cut it out, to save time, I've already cut one out. Now to cut it out is fine. That middle bit is tricky, so please don't stab. It doesn't matter if these are folded, just fold it roughly. Little bit of a nick, and then you can get your scissors in and cut it out like that. And whenever you are cutting out, it's always better if you keep your scissors in one continuous crocodile cut and your other hand does the turning and feeds it into the blades of the scissors. Right, so let's not dwell on that, but you'd have two of those and you would put those together and you'd get your wool and you would thread it through and through and through and through and through the middle, round, over and over and over, until there's a tiny hole left in the middle, and you might even need then to thread your wool onto a big eyed needle, until you have got a chunky donut of wool, and then you would stick your scissors in, the point in, and you would cut around, and very carefully you then get another piece of wool, and the piece of wool would be threaded. You'd pull the card apart and you'd thread a piece of wool and tie all those separate strands, and that's where it can go horribly wrong. Having said that, have a friend help you, and it really helps. Instead, today I'm going to use these. Okay, that's the design. Now, let me just talk you through it first. You're going to bind one side, bind the other side, then you're going to put them together. It's miraculous, really. And then stick your scissors in and cut round, stick your scissors in and cut round, and open it slightly, feed the wool in, pull it tight. Okay. With this one, the same. Have I got bumps? No, the bumps go on the inside. Bumps to holes, bumps to holes. Bind, 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 close. And then when it's a fat donut of wool, cut in between. Right. I have got one here. I have already bound, I just put that round there to keep the end together. Okay, I have how much faster is this? It would be if it wasn't tied around the ankle. Hold on. Now, as soon as you have done your winding, get a piece of wool ready. Don't leave that cutting that piece of wool until after you have snipped through the middle, because that's when accidents happen. Hold on, there we go. Can you see how I'm filling that little gap where it was a curve, an arch? As soon as it's flat, and I think I can't fit any more on, I'll do that bit. This used to be an all-evening thing when I was little, and my mum would make them with me. And when you think about it, you can do this with, if you're lucky enough to have some wool in the house, and you can get your cardboard. If you haven't got one of these, you can get your cardboard from inside your tea packet, or the many lots of card packaging that we use today. Recycle, recycle, reuse, upcycle. That'll do me nicely. Okay, let's close and close. Remember what I said about, I'm going to snip that bit off there. Now, before I do the snipping, I've got my wool ready. Okay. I'm going to go in there. It's a little bit resistant. You can do it in layers. Here we go. Oh, it is satisfying. This is what some people's haircuts are going to look like. Look at this. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to hairdressers being open. And I'm quite short, so everybody can see my roots. Isn't it a lovely pattern it makes when it spreads out? There's one half done. Let's go do the other one. Oops, a daisy. anything like this, anything arty, is therapeutic. When you are doing something arty, something with shape and space, you don't use the words side of your brain as much. It's just, in fact, there's a great book I read once called Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, and oh, superb. You'll find that when you do arty things, you find words harder because you're using the shape and space side of your brain. Now, there we go. And that's good. It means that coronavirus isn't mentioned. Right, okay. Check. Are we apart in all of it? Yes. That's holding it tight. There's my piece of wool ready. Now you need to throttle it, good style. Right, as tight as you can. Oh, look at that, white finger's great. Once, twice, why not 3 times? Okay, and then we're going to open it up. And now we have to pull it apart. There's a little metal spike in the middle, it comes out. Come on, you can do it. It's the wool that's keeping it in, there we go. Come on. There we go. Now, he needs a little bit of a haircut. Give him a good shake. We're nearly there now, folks. Look. A little bit of a haircut. And then that's good timing. The washing machine's just going on to a full spin. That'll do, that'll do, that'll do. Done is better than perfect. So once you've got that, then we want the fluffer upper. And you could just use your brush. You don't need to do all the ball either, because you're only going to see the front half. So good grip there. I think this is just more effective than a brush. To be honest, you don't even need to do this stage. Nobody's going to say to you, oh, you haven't brushed yours. There we go. It's fluffy. And you can just see the difference. Look, there's without being fluffed up, and that's with being fluffed up. So he's ready to go on. I think I'm going to use a big pom-pom for that, so that's ready to go on there. Quickly make the feet. Now, I've got grey feet here, and I have cut out the pink first of all, because you've got other things to do in your life. You don't need to watch me doing that. But again, look, you turn the felt rather than your scissors, and cut out little toes like that. I don't know about you, but my hands are that dry at the ends now. It's tricky doing fiddly stuff, but hey, we can do it. I cut out 2 feet, which are based on my feet actually. Think narrower ankle, wider toe, slightly longer where the big toe is. Now, there's all sorts of different shape feet you can use, and again, be different. You can do it. Anything works. Those are triangles with the corners rounded off, aren't they? You can practice first, maybe with a little piece of paper, see what size you want first. I've cut little pads out, put those on, and I've got little toes on there. I think I'll just get those quickly glued on with my... This is that wonderful smelly glue from school, remember, that we used to have. So let's go. crumbs. I do despair some. Oh, that's handy. Look, I've got a little pot of glue there. It peels off. See, that's positivity, isn't it? Finding the good in what happens. There we go. Let's have a 1, 2, 3. Now, assembly. Pot, where have you gone? Actually, I think I'll use my bigger pot for him because that pom-pom's quite big. So, I have got now, I'm going to pop him in there. I'll get my glue gun. He's nearly ready to go. Quickly finish off. I'm going to put some glue on the front of the pot. Fluffy size outwards. Oh, heck. Give me a minute, I'll try and find something positive about that. Doesn't matter. And then we'll just make a little parting in there. I'll put a little bit of glue in there. Stick that bottom in there. Right, and then I'm going to put, let me just move that out of the way, if I can put that on there. Right, if I put a bit of glue on there and angling it in, because I quite like it when the feet are going inwards. Now the heels go upwards. So I'll put there, heels facing upwards. And if any friend says, what's that? They're not a friend. It's an Easter bunny or a spring bunny diving for roots. I hope you have fun making them. Good luck. Bye for now.